Happy Friday, happy yoga day. I'm so happy to see you. I will ask you to please come to class today with a little bit of an open mind because we are starting with an inspired Tai Chi workout. So I say workout, but that's just like a silly word. We're starting with a warm up that is inspired by Tai Chi, but it'll be a little bit of a workout for our minds, probably more than our bodies. So please come with an open mind, no expectations, and no harsh criticism for yourself. We're just going to try to move as it feels good for our body today. I hope you enjoy, yogis. Come on back with me. All right, welcome. This is my favorite way to warm up. When you've been seated for a large portion of your morning, this is going to feel so good. So when I ask you to come with an open mind, that just means that you don't have to worry about moving exactly like me. We're going to just move in a way that feels beautiful and loving for us. Would you please either turn your mat long ways or step off your mat? I would like for you to be in a wide stance, about as wide as you can comfortably stand. So if you were to look at yourself, this is about 2.5 body widths wide, yes? Okay, good. Now settle down into your knees. Take a nice squat, a soft one. I'm just kind of moving easily here. And then we'll lean to the right knee. Notice how my knee's in front of my toes. So I'd like to step my foot a little wider for safety so that the knees stay behind the toes. Once we've checked in there, yogis, we're going to softly come back to center. Then start with a big breath up and in, holding a 5-pointed star with palms facing skywards. Take a bigger breath in and take your eyes to the ceiling, opening up your stomach, your hips, your throat, your chest. Wiggle open in your fingers, let your palms be really happily spread wide. Then bring your eyes back to me, please. Clasp your hands or your forearms behind your low back and puff up the front chamber of your heart. Now, as we're standing with straight legs all through class today, we'll try to take a tiny little knee bend. So we always have happy knees. They're feeling soft in the joints. And let's move with our breath, my friends. Arms rise on your inhale. We'll take a prayer, palms pressed together, and drop them down through your midline. Sweep back up, inhale. As you exhale through this prayer, we drop down the midline. Take a big squat if it feels good. Moving into your hips, your thighs, your glutes, inhale. Exhale. Let's just reverse that, my friends. We're going to come out wide this time. Find our prayer under our hips and then rise with fingertips skywards. Could you try to follow the prayer fingers to the sky? Lift up through your throat. Exhale as you release. Always moving at the speed of your breath so it feels really true and comfy to you. Big lift to the sky. And once you get back up top, please pause. We're going to take a huge reach. Opening your arms just a bit so you can grab your right forearm with your left hand, or perhaps your wrist. Lift and lengthen skywards and then tip to your left. And while you do, try to wiggle your toes a little free. Sometimes they feel really sticky, like they're clawing into the ground. So we'll try to liberate our toes here. Give our right fingers another little wiggle as we breathe into our right sides. Come back to center, soft hands. Maybe shake out through that grip you had. Holding the left forearm or the wrist. Take a big breath in, stretching taller, and then lean to your right when it feels good. Soft knees, expressionless, just easy facial muscles, wiggly toes and left fingers. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to center, allow your arms to fall and just shake them down low beneath your heart. Shake them any way it feels good. Bring some life back to them if they felt a little tingly from being above your heart. And when you're ready, my friends, reach to the sky, big V overhead. You might like to watch me first. We're going to take the arms down and back to the ceiling. Down over a knee, back to the ceiling, called figure eights. Now notice that every time I reach to one side, I bend that knee. So let's come together on breath and find a big, beautiful figure eight. Take an inhale. And then exhale when you're ready. Breath will be slower than these quick arm movements. And I just love this to help us shake free of tension keeping the eyes straight forward for neutral neck to begin. As you bend into your knees, just ensure that you haven't stepped too close together if you made any adjustments. Knees are still behind your toes. We'll take about 2 more big breaths, however many swings feels good to you in that time. And as you finish that big exhalation, soften the arms back down again, let them shake free. And turn your toes forward, heel toe in just a bit so you're really comfy to stretch out in your neck. Sweep your left arm skywards, cradle your skull, and just super gently lean left ear to the left side, staying tall in body, and then we'll outstretch our right fingers. Ooh, I reached somewhere right away that felt really good, but more often I like to wiggle around, reach a few different spots. Oh, there's a good one too. And then land somewhere that feels so great that the next stretch is pretty intense, but you might also notice a stretch in your right shoulders. It might also feel good in your body to take a little tuck of your chin towards the floor and then elevate your chin back forward. I love noticing how the sensation shifts from side to side as you do that. Bring your eyes back to me, my friends. And that stretch feels so intense in my neck, so I like to give it a little finger, like a palpation here, just kind of wiggle it around. If you're noticing the same thing, try that. And then just super gently shake your head no. Try to loosen up that right side. Well done. Sweep the right arm to the sky and drape it over your skull. Just really gently now, using the weight of your arm to guide your right ear to the right side. Stay tall in body. Sometimes I tip my body too, and so I like to stand back up and start fresh. And then explore with your left fingers to enhance the sensation in the left side of your neck. Really important reminder to soften your jaw here, maybe even slip your eyes closed. We're going to see how comfy we can get with moving with our eyes closed today. So let's give it a little trial here while we're pretty safe and pretty still. Might like a little tuck of your chin towards your right armpit and then back towards me. It's scary when you have your eyes closed. Take another big breath in this next stretch. And as you soften back to center, use your hand to just wiggle out or massage out the left side of your neck. When that feels better, take a little nose shake. Ah, so nice. I like to wiggle my shoulders out, just feel soft again. We're gonna go through one more little round of that wide Wu Chi stance, 2.5 body lengths, or widths wide, excuse me. And then we'll soften our knees, just a tiny squat yogis. Bring your palms up and overhead, that little prayer, or you can think of it as like a, yes, I got to yoga today, high five myself. Bend your right knee and take a giant circle to the right. All the way around, bending left knee as the arms come by. Switch sides, circle left, left knee bends, right knee bends. All right, we're gonna do this with our breath. Inhale, one huge circle. And when you're ready to exhale, you switch. Now, as long as your neck is in agreement, we'll try to move our eye gaze to the fingertips. So we're just gonna take a little look around here. Definitely a balance challenge when the eyes move from a safe forward-facing spot. I encourage you to embrace the challenge and step out of your comfort zone today. Take 2 more, and then please come with your eyes back to me. All right, you might want to watch for a round, or you're welcome to join me. Let's circle to the left together. And then at the top, we'll pause, softening the arms into an easy diagonal, bending into your left knee again. Sweep your prayer overhead, circle right. So the next time we side lunge, it'll be to the right. Arms fall in a soft diagonal. Let's reach on an in-breath. Inhale for your circle. Exhale, let the arms slip wide open, side lunge. Inhale, circle to the right, your breath, your movement. Exhale, soft side lunge. Let's keep going, but yogis, can you look to your straight leg as you side lunge? Really nice neck stretch there. Breathe in. Breathe out as your eyes find your long, straight leg. And this is where we'll find very individual expression of movement. So your side lunges, your arms, your circles could look way different from mine. If your shoulders have gotten tired, perhaps you're making your circles smaller around your heart level, always making it feel really beautiful and true, really good to you. Let's try 2 more. If you're super loving this, continue to stay. I know it feels really light, easy, and graceful to warm our bodies this way. And when you're ready, eyes back to me. Let the hands fall, toe heel the feet together, or maybe you take a step, or bend your knees and hop. When they feel they're about under your hip bones, we'll sweep the arms wide to the side and test our balance for today. Palms face the sky. Wiggle your toes free again and find the ball of your foot. Find the outer edge, the blade. Find the outer heel and the inner heel. Okay, push down through those 4 corners. That's your foundation. Toes are light, and elevate your heels. Taking eyes skywards for our first balance challenge. How soft can you keep your toes and the expression on your face? Did you do a little tiptoeing around like you're a ballerina that just put on some point shoes for the first time? I did too. Bring your eyes back to me, but try to stay off your heels. If they fell, bring them back up, yogis. We're trying to slip our eyes closed here. Believe in yourself. Find your breath. Draw your navel in to support you. And there's an old trick. It works. I just did it myself, and it definitely works. Tongue to roof of mouth. I don't know how that works. I wish I could explain it, but isn't that cool? Eyes back open, soften your heels down. Well done, yogis, release the arms. Okay, let's go safe, eyes open. Arms rise, extended mountain pose. Don't worry, we're not done with that yet. We have a big challenge coming with eyes closed. Exhale, forward fold. Let's find our way down. Bend your knees as much as you need and just hang your upper body. Think about being super heavy yet loose on the upper half. I will always invite you to join me moving in any posture, or if stillness feels better for you, take that. Lifting your body up halfway, top of head to tailbone is long. Use your fingers to start. They'll be on your thighs or perhaps your shins. If you're feeling really strong in your core, like you don't need your hands, then sweep them back behind you, under your heart or out to your sides. On your next exhale, refold, please. Knees will be as bent as we need for the comfort of our hamstrings. And when they start to loosen up, yogis, lift your kneecaps up to your thighs and take a straight leg bend. Right leg steps back. Let's find a kneeling lunge to begin class. We're just going to guide our hips more forward by pulsing hips down. Let them ease up and back. Pulse down, ease up and back. 2 more like this. Next time your hips shift back, let your knees connect, tabletop. Each of our sun salutations today will visit a cat and a cow. Let's bring our palms under our shoulders, knees under hips. Feel those lines of energy and breathe into them. Navel supports your spine as you exhale, curling spine skywards. Eyes up towards your navel. Drop navel down, lift your tail and top of head. As your eyes move forward, if that feels good, soften your eyebrows, remain neutral in your facial features, and back to your long spine. Tuck your toes, maybe slide hands forward or step your feet back. Let's find downward facing dog. An option here to walk the dog for a moment, alternating knees, bend and straighten. Find wide webbing in your fingers. Feel really good as you press middle knuckles into the ground to lengthen your fingers. And on your next inhale, let's roll forward, finding your plate. Just pause here for a moment, really slow in the beginning so we can memorize in our mind's eye how we feel in these postures. Breathe top of head to tailbone, shoulders to wrist, hips to heels. Allow your knees to lower on diagonal from your shoulders, and as your elbows bend, they'll hug the ribs to descend, lying prone, flat on your belly, and walk your toes way far back. Slide your hands back a little bit with flat palms. We're gonna press our bodies up, just our chest, maybe the top of our ribs rise. Let your toenails help you here. You'll push down through the tops of your feet. Maybe your kneecaps will elevate with some energy under them. We'll take one more breath in a baby cobra. Elbows hugging in, shoulders pulling back and down. As you exhale, slide back to child's pose. Hips to heels. Arms will stay extended, yogis, because we're not spending too much time here. Shift back forward. Find your downward facing dog. Toes will tuck. Hips rise. Take a wiggle, a shimmy, a shake, or a breath in stillness. And as you exhale, lift your chin. Eyes look to where you'd like to go. We'll take our tiptoe walk or one giant step followed by another, refinding the forward fold. Option, roll like a caterpillar to stand or come from halfway lift to a big hinge skywards. We'll meet together in extended mountain pose. So that was fun, right? That was cute, very adorable. Now we're gonna make it even more fun. A little less cute maybe, because if you're like me, you'll be wobbling around. Slip your eyes closed. I'm not making it fancy, yogis. We're gonna do the same thing. So you know you can do this now. I am with you. Eyes are closed softly. Breathe in your extended mountain pose. Exhale, slide your way down to forward fold. Inhale, fingertips slide up your legs. Halfway lifting. If you don't need your hands, reach them somewhere that feels like you're floating through the sky. Exhale, forward fold again. Slide your left leg back. Land in a kneeling lunge, knee, shin, and top of foot are flat. We'll let the hips melt forward just a little and slide them back towards our left heel. Melt forward and down and back. I love this. It's just like a gentle ask for your hips to open. You're asking for more, and then you're easing out, making it feel really sweet when you ask. Next time your hips get back, slide your right knee to meet the left, and we'll find our tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders. You don't need to see this because you can feel it. Knees under your hips. Round your back to the sky. Open your shoulder blades, tuck your chin. It's rising towards your chest like you're wearing a necklace here. Tailbone pulling down. And as we lift our chin, we'll pretend we're looking upwards, but we're looking through our closed lids, using our mind's eye instead. Neutral spine, toes tucked. Maybe slide your hands forward a little bit so you find that length as you rise to downward facing dog. Let's give a big push through our palms, yogis, with wide fingers, flat knuckles. We drive back, chest to thighs. Rolling forward into your plank. Now feel this, shoulders over your wrists. You're welcome to drop knees to the mat. Elbows will hug your side body as you descend. Find yourself lying prone. Stretch long out of your toes. Slide your hands back. So if you tickle your ribs, your thumbs are about middle rib cage. Now tuck your chicken wings in, pull them towards your ribs. Take a breath in, lengthening top of head to tail. And as you breathe out, press up to that baby cobra we did a moment ago. If you'd like to lift a little higher, maybe you're in cobra pose. If you lift even higher, straight arms, knees and thighs rise, up dog. Wherever your back bend took you, let's meet back in child's pose. Hips to heels, arms very extended. Maybe you're even crawling them more forward. Eyes will remain closed. If you can, yogis, trust yourself. Shift forward to table, tuck your toes, rise to dog. Even though we're not looking, we'll still lift our chin to give us space. Chin lifts to thumbs. Try to tiptoe or step your way forward. Roll or hinge yourself to rise. Okay, so our added challenge will be to move with our breath, but just a little bit faster than we were a moment ago. You're welcome to slow down at any time, yogis, and if you blink your eyes open, try to come back. If not, do what feels safe and good to you. Let's move. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg lunges back. We might like another kneeling lunge, or perhaps you rise all the way up. Arms overhead, maybe your right knee still down or it's elevated for this round. A lunge of some sort. On your exhale, we release, framing your left foot. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, heels melt down. Let's inhale and find our plank. Exhale, chaturanga, flat body and strong, very long extension from top of head to tail, hips to toes. Rest yourself on your exhale, up to back bend. Inhale, slide back, child's pose. Exhale, shift forward to table, tuck your toes, and as you inhale, rise to downward facing dog. Now, even yogis, if your eyes are still closed, we're lifting our chin towards our thumbs, giving ourselves the space to wiggle on forward. Back to fold, heavy exhale. Big rise on an inhale, extended mountain pose again. We can do this. One more round, really coming in touch with our breath and body with the eyes closed. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg slides right back, any lunge. Take your time, slow down your breath, especially if you are lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, frame the right foot, and as you inhale, step back, downward facing dog. Exhale, heels melt. Inhale, rolling yourselves forward into planks. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, back bend of any variety. Maybe you take a little wiggle through your chest or shoulders and ease back on your exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, toes tuck. Inhale, hips rise, down dog. Exhale, heels down. Chin lifts forward. We take that little wiggle tiptoe walk. We're so close to reopening our eyes together. Float your body skywards. Take a big reach for the sunshine today. Really feel like you're absorbing it inside your palms and pulling it down through your extremities into your cells, letting them feel shiny, warm, and happy. Blink your eyes back open. Ooh, it is very bright out today, thank goodness. Okay, take a second to adjust. Well done, my friends. Clasp your hands behind your head. And as you tuck your elbows forward for a little hug of your ears, drop your chin towards your chest, standing tall. You might need to move your hands a little higher on your skull. Put a little pressure there on the back of your head so you feel a really beautiful lengthening on the back of your neck and possibly even down between your shoulder blades. Eyes forward. I hope you feel really proud of yourself. Open your elbows wide and your arms. I'm so proud of you for taking that challenge. Awesome, yogis. Clasp your hands behind your low back. Wrap your knuckles around the left side body. Step your right leg. Big step. It's a big curtsy, not a little itty bitty one, okay? Give ourselves the balance we need. And then lean up and over. Oh, so good. Stretching your right shoulder. Unstep, and then come around to the right side. Come back with the left leg. Big step, reach over with your right side body. Uncross your legs again. Let your arms float free. Extended mountain pose. We're gonna find our forward folds again. And then step back with your right legs, yogis. But instead of lunge, let's roll that foot flat into warrior two. We'll windmill the arms up and around to shoulder height and move our chests away from our left knees. Just a casual warrior two. Open your palms. We'll worry about alignment in a moment. For here, let's just move and breathe. Sweep your left arm to the sky as your right arm falls, and then switch these beautiful soft shoulder circles. Now let's use our palms and press them in opposite directions. Well done. And we'll add our body after this. Still really soft, moving in whatever direction feels lovely to you. You'll know which way to go. That's it. Now we can find some more space under our top arm if we peek skywards and revolve our chest to the sky. If that bothers your neck in any way, just reach eyes down towards the floor. One more big circle, and we'll make this warrior two a little bit stronger. Send the arms long, palms could still reach skywards. We'll bend into our left knees, deeply as it feels good to us. Take a peek, and can you see your left big toe? If it's covered up by your knee, just give your knee a little push out towards your baby toe to align your knee with your hip. And then we have easy visibility of that left big toe. Great job. Arms to the sky, shoulders shrugged down, and then we turn our fingers to face one another. Our palms are skyward, thumbs are forward, and really push up like the ceiling's falling. We're gonna hold it with our palms. Now, if you get too tired with these arms, just bring them to cover your heart. Lean back, reverse warrior. Reach over to the left, extended side angle. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing away. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, left side, big stretch. Do you have one more in you? Take a big breath, be so strong, transform yourself into this amazing warrior. And as you get back to the center, soften the arms again. Allow yourself to come out a bit here. Maybe circle out through your wrists. Straighten your left leg with a soft knee. Switch the direction of your wrist circles. And lean back for reverse triangle pose. Bringing your left hand either to your heart or to the back of your head. Give yourself a soft cradling. I just always feel so nurtured when I hold the back of my skull like this. You get the bonus shoulder stretch as well. Big breath. To switch sides, we're just gonna come into wide leg forward fold. So let's find our warrior two. Let's swivel your left heel out and your left toes in. You okay? If you feel a little unsteady, you can close your legs a bit. We'll bring our hands to our hips, lean up. Lift your heart to the sky, open your collarbones and your sternum, and then exhale, descend, letting your fingertips slide to the floor. Yogis, if the floor is built too far away in your space, please take a moment to gather something so that you're able to reach the floor. You could put a pillow, a sweatshirt, a blanket, some tissue boxes or shoe boxes under your hands, and just settle your upper body down, hang heavy. If your head is touching the floor, please close your toes towards one another. Let your upper body feel really long and loose here. Take a big halfway lift and place your right hand, either your fist, knuckles down, or your finger pads or your palm, right under your right nose. Take your left hand to your hip and look to your left wall. Swiveling left fingers skywards. Big twist in your wide leg forward fold. And allow your left arm to fall around your low back, just super softly draping there. Or potentially reaching for your right thigh. Notice how long your spine fills with energy, top to bottom, bigger breaths, more life force coursing through your spine. Eyes down. Left fingers replace the right. We'll bring the right hand right onto our hips and peek to the right wall. And then optionally connecting with our breath to reach skywards, extend through your fingertips, and then really softly draping them around our low backs. If you want a little more than very soft, we'll wiggle to hold on to our left thighs. Then we'll try to find that length again. Maybe this time from your left armpit to your left hip flexor, breathing length into your body. Eyes down, right fingers fall. Turn your toes back out, please, and bring your hands up to your thighs. Your fingers will face the floor. All right, welcome back, guys. The shoulders shrug. We give a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And then we're gonna release our shoulders. Fingers face down, right? Okay, Drop your left shoulder. Keep your eyes to me, really soften your neck and face. Then lift that shoulder again. Drop your right shoulder. Bonus is that we get this little boost in our inner thighs, right? Are you pushing into your left thigh? Oh yeah. Come on back to the center. Right hand again. So next time, keep your eyes to me. We're gonna look away from the dipping shoulder. Let's add that on. Left shoulder dips, we look right. Take a breath in one side and an out breath on the other. Let's go for 3 more, yogis. Inhaling. And you know, if something's feeling too good to leave so soon, please stay. Back through the center, eyes to me. Rise overhead, stand out of your legs. Oof, relief. 5-pointed star. Just be tall, be proud, be wide, be open, and find your power again. Let's spin that left heel back out. Whoop, nice. Turn your right toes out. If this feels too wide, you're welcome to close. We're just gonna soften the shoulders. Palms face the sky. Give yourself a friendly little wiggle here. Left arm rises, right arm falls, super soft, shoulder circles. Let's get a bit more active with our palms. They will push in opposite directions. There we go. Adding in a little strength as we go. Let your body do whatever it feels good doing. You'll know which way to lean. Yeah, just naturally lean to one side, right? If this is too much, we come back to just the arms. Soften face, soften your right toes, give your fingers a wiggle here and there. Feels nice to move so softly, doesn't it? And as you come back to the center, let's find our alignment. Notice how you already have that heat. A little spark is flickering in your thigh. Soft movements are still really strong. Let's bend our right knees. Could you stack it above your ankle? Woo, it's a big one. All right. Push that right knee to the side if it's covering up your big toe. Maybe you don't even need your hand. Maybe you could just pull it out, aligning knee with hip, lengthening inner thigh. Fingertips rise skywards, turn towards one another, and we push the ceiling away. Yes, pull your fingernails down towards your skull. Lean back to begin. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep this strong alignment as we exhale. Ooh, good. Push those side walls away. I love that. Little extension through your arms. Yes. Stay with your breath. I know it's tough, but we're in this together, and it's our final round of a warrior 2. Come on. Big exhale. All the way back softly through the center. Let your right knee straighten. That feels better. And lean back, yogis. Circle your arms right here. Circle your wrists, your fingers, maybe shake. Switch direction if you circle. Back to warrior 2. Turn your toes, right toes in. Both sets of toes are in and both sets of heels are out. You good? Okay, let's try that wide leg forward fold again. Give yourself a little panini press of your hips, squeeze in. Uplift your heart, try to pull out of your lower half. And as you descend, exhale, finding wide leg forward fold. Remembering that if your head came really close to the floor, step a little bit closer together so you're hanging in your head. And let's walk both hands to the right side. From here, yogis, we're gonna take another twist. Left hand will stay down. Right hand back to your hip, look to the right side wall. And when you're ready, reach skyward. Same twist you just did, but now we're really twisted here. Is it possible for you to get lighter on your bottom hand? Could we lift to the fingertips? Could we hover the left fingertips? Eyes look down. We refine that right leg. And then some people like to turn their right toes out. We're gonna fold deeply over this leg, yogis. You might like to hug it. Possibly think about the crown of your head extending towards your toes. Wherever you are, breathe into your right hamstring. Give it lots of love as you stretch it out. And when you feel ready, we'll slide back to the center. Both toes are turned back in, heels back out. And you'll walk your fingers to your left side, please. Now let's leave the right hand down. Left hand to your hip, take a peek at that side wall, and then swivel your left arm open. If possible, getting lighter on the right hand. Maybe that means you tent the fingers or you hover the fingers. And if you try something and you're like, doesn't feel good, just come back. That's where I am too. I tried and I don't love it. So I'm just gonna come on back down where I feel really good and stretchy. On any exhale, let's release. And you might like to turn the left toes out. We're gonna give a lot of love to this left leg. Give it a big hug. And as you do, bring nose towards knee, forehead to shin, or perhaps you think long, crown of head towards your left toes. Slide on back into the center, toes in, heels out. And one last fun little balance challenge before we officially begin balance. Let's swivel our fingers to face our heels. And then you'll walk, yogis, your fingers as far back as you can. Maybe they even come behind your heels. Once you've arrived somewhere that feels beautiful and open, lift your heels. I know it's scary. So if it doesn't feel great to lift both, you could alternate side to side. Or if it feels good, you'll lift them both. Notice how strong we have to become in our mindset, focusing actively on our breath, engaging our core. Relax through your heels. Walk your hands back forward, and to finish this posture, let's bring the back of either both hands down or just one at a time. Stretching out your wrists here. And while you're doing this, yogis, you can toe heel in or step, as long as that doesn't bother your wrists. If you only had one wrist flipped, please switch. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let's reflip palms down. Find your way back to forward fold if you're not here yet, and roll yourself to rise. All right, we have all the components for our first balance today. Diver's pose. Let's sweep our arms back behind us. Spread these big, beautiful wings. You can envision yourself as your favorite bird. We're going to be perched on the edge of a dock, and we're considering taking flight. Lift your heels. All right, here we go. Wiggling through the toes just a little. I just don't want them to claw down and get your legs and your feet all crampy. Bend your knees a little bit. We're going to float halfway forward, yogis. Bring the top of your head far from your tailbone. And you're going to be wiggling about in your ankles. Those are your body stabilizers. Stay with that. Be proud of your body stabilizers as they support you here. Top of head to tailbone. Once you're long there, parallel to the floor in your chest, consider the opportunity of tucking your chin, lengthening out the back of your neck. Before you take flight, you're going to take a peek underneath this dock and see what is in the water. And then, yogis, if we're ready for the big dive, we'll let the heels go, let the fingers fall, and dive forward to fold. Well done, my friends. Roll yourself to rise. Let's take a big stretch to the sky, extended mountain pose. Might want to dance in your hips, dance in your feet. Ooh, it felt so good, but we need to release those hamstrings. Whew, good work. Scoop up your right knee, give it a big hug. Hip flexor release. Bring it behind you. We're gonna bring heel to butt, quad stretch, slide your knees to touch, and then uplift your left fingers. Moving into dancer's pose for balancing today. This is our last balancing challenge, but we're gonna make it a little bit of a funky one in a moment. So let's try the vanilla version first. Reach your left arm to meet, and if you have the right outer edge of your foot captured, do you think you could roll around to the inner arch? That'll really help your shoulders stay open, your chest proud. From here, yogi, so soft, just try to kick up with the right toes, maybe pull up with the right fingers, and rise open. Really soft, not a lot of effort, easy here. And then to give the big effort, we're gonna kick the right leg into the right hand, stretch the left fingers away, consider swiveling your right hip forward to keep the hips squared. Take a big breath in, your dancer's pose. And as you exhale, release, scooping your right knee back up. Revisit the quad stretch, holding on to the outer edge of your foot. Now I'm just going to show you this from the back. We can do dancers again, just like you just did, or we're going to crisscross. And yes, yogis, we're still on the same side, just for a sec. If you're crisscrossing with me, the left hand will hold the inner arch. The right arm will reach forward and we'll approach the same way, just a super soft little lift. And then if you want to go for it, you really kick, 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 and uplift. Crisscross dancers. Feels pretty cool in the quad. Take a big breath in, whatever dancer's pose you chose to tackle today. And as you exhale, release. Soften the right toes down. Swim backwards with your arms. Whoo, good work, yogis. And then let your legs have that little dance party again. Shake out your arms. You might want to tuck your toes under. Oh, I love that. Stretching the front of your ankles, tops of your feet. Oof, good stuff. Wow, okay, we're halfway done our balances. Let's try to scoop up our left knees. Release your hips. Let's bring it back, quad stretch. Holding the outer edge of your foot to start, right? Sweep right arm skywards, find your balance, find your confidence. Most importantly, we're telling ourselves, we've got this, self. All right, let's swivel. Fingers to the inner arch if you can. Notice how your shoulders loves it. Little tiny, tiny dancer's pose. So sometimes our hips get really open in dancers. That's cool if it feels good. Maybe though you want to focus on a squared hip. Whatever floats your boat. Kick, yogis. My hips get really open in dancers, so my focus is always trying to get them really squared forward, but it is not easy. You just got to go with the flow. Do what your body likes. Release. Let's scoop that knee back up. Come right back to your quad stretch. All right, so if you want, you go back to that one more time, just a breath or two. But if we can, we'll try to crisscross it. Right hand holds inner, left arch, left arm reaches forward. This would be a little smaller version of what we just did. Soft stretch out, think length from left toes to left fingers. Yes. And then if you want more, you kick into your left leg to uplift. Finding one big, beautiful breath in, be proud of yourself wherever you've carried your dancers. And then hug in, release. Swim your arms backwards. If the big circles don't feel good, bend your elbows. Try to release here. Let your feet, your legs, everything do a little shake. It's a big stretch, so we're gonna let everything find sense of release. Oh, yogis, we did it. Well done today. Let's get into our hips. Arms rise. Step your feet a little wider. And then drop your palms, prayer and heart center. Turning toes out. You could even be off the edges of your mat with your balls of feet and toes. We're just gonna have a little seat. When you find your way down, could be above your knees, just come somewhere that feels good. Lower than your knees. We're trying to press open knees away from the midline towards your baby toes. Take a breath in and support yourself with your lower abs. Try to lift up with the pelvic floor. Try one more big breath in here. And as you exhale, fingers down, forward fold, yogis, wide leg, forward fold. Step your right leg back or slide it back. Find a lizard lunge, really wide left to right. We'll place our left hands on our thighs and just take a gentle twist to the left side. You're welcome to join me uplifting left fingers. And as you release your left hand, we'll toe heel in with the left foot to find pyramid pose. So we're straightening our legs. Hands are framing your left foot. And you step back really far for your lizard. So this pyramid pose will feel very wide. That's okay. Your back heel's probably lifted. If you just want to go vanilla version, step it forward. So you have about 3 feet of distance from front toes to back heel. And then your right foot would be flat. All different ways to find something that feels good, yogis. We're breathing into our left thigh, find your hamstring, and offer it some release as you exhale. Both hands move inside your left big toe. Let's wiggle it back wide and bring the right leg forward for our yogi squat again. Now, option to stay right where you were a moment ago, or turn it into a turtle shell squat. We'll bring our prayer hands in front of our noses and try to drop the pinkies to the floor, lifting your hips a few inches and rounding your upper back. So you have this turtle shell shape in your back. Sliding your fingers back in, wider leg, forward fold, swivel your heels behind your toes. And as you slide your left leg back, we'll visit that lizard lunge. You could kneel or stay lifted. Both hands inside your right big toe. And then right hand lands on the inner knee or thigh. Stretching skywards if that feels nice. Right fingers and maybe your eyes even will rise. And as you start to land that right hand, toe heel right foot in, so you're framed around it, and then we'll straighten both of our legs for pyramid pose. This naturally long version with back heel lifted is great. You know, you could always step in though if that feels better for you. Breathing through the back of your right leg. As you rebend your right knee, both hands inside right big toe, wiggle back out wide to lizard lunge, or toe heel wide, I should say. And then we'll step that left foot forward again. Yogi squat, it's our last one, my friends. I'm gonna try to challenge you on this one. So as you sink to some level that feels good to you, make yourself proud here. See if you can reach your arms overhead, super soft fists. And then lift out of your hips about 3 inches. Activate your heels, push down, switch your core on, pelvic floor, uplifting to support you. 3, 2, and 1. Haha, well done. One hand in front, one hand in back. Have a seat. Left shin crosses in front of the right. Let your knees be really heavy. And if your hips are so tight that your knees are poking high to the sky, put some pillows and blankets under your knees, let them rest into some support. If it feels good, yogis, the left ankle can cross the right something, whether it be your thigh, your knee, or your calf. And once we scoot each of our cheeks back so that our sits bones feel long from our knees, we're gonna spill forward. So the farmers markets around here are getting ready to open. And when I think of spilling forward in this time of the year, I think about hot fudge sundaes and hot fudge or caramel spilling over that ice cream scoop. That's what we want to do. We want to fill up all the nooks and crannies and settle deeply down into the bottom of the bowl. And in this case, it's our pelvic bowl, into the bowl of our hips. Allow your chin to tuck in, your head to hang heavy if that feels good. If you need some support here, yogis, you can also hug your pillows or your blankets, or you can rest your forearms on your legs. You can also bring your hands under your chin like you're setting yourself up like one of those adorable infant shots when you first have your babies. And we'll take 2 more breaths in this fold. Finding support from our hands, bringing them somewhere that feels helpful to give us a little boost to rise. Leaning back and allowing our legs to try to untangle themselves. If they're really stuck, use your hands. Let them be long and shake out. Tick-tock your toes. Point and flex in your feet. And then pull your big toe towards your nose. Push it away. Yeah. Circle the ankles and tick-tock the feet again. Nice. Okay, they feel rejuvenated? Good. Let's go the other way. Right leg, shin is in front, or if you want to stack up, heel over your left knee, or somewhere. Maybe it's your calf or your thigh, whatever works for your body, your hips. Scoot each cheek back. And let's spill like your favorite ice cream sundae topping over your lower half. Settle deep into the bowl and feel really warm and gooey, just like that, yogis. Considering closing your eyes again and blocking out the stimulation, just settling into that darkness behind your lids. Hang heavy in your chin. Create some space between your jaw. Try to soften the corners of your eyes and in between your brows. And enjoy another big, beautiful breath in. At the bottom of that exhalation, let's bring our hands by our knees, boost ourselves to seated, and lean back again, letting our legs try to untangle themselves. We'll do the same we just did with our feet and toes. And my friends, if you need to get out of here a little early today so that you can make it to a 2 p.m. meeting, just giving you a friendly reminder that it's 1:56. It just turned, so you're not too late. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. But if you can stay, we're coming back to the first leg again. So let's crisscross or stack. Left leg is in front. I'm just going to crisscross this time because we're going to hold on to our knees, yogis. And let's crisscross our arms as well so that the left forearm is on top. Here, as we crisscross the arms, we find an angry cat. Hold your knees. Tuck your chin and round your back. Sit up tall and remove the right arm, reaching behind you for a little twist. That forearm comes on top. Angry cat back, chin to chest, round away. Sit tall and reach back with left arm. Inhale. Exhale, crisscross, angry cat. Inhale, right arm reaches back. Exhale, crisscross. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try 2 more really big breaths in. All those feel so good. And as you finish this last exhalation through your cat, sit up tall, lean hands back behind you. Just shake the legs for a moment, but then we'll come back to the right side for one little last go around. Let's get some side bends in. Right leg is in front. You can certainly cross your shins. I like this better than the stack because I think it's a little bit harder to grab your knees this way. So I'd like your knees to be accessible again, please. As you sit up, we'll take the right hand to the left knee. This time we'll stretch the left arm skywards and really ground down through your sits bones. Anchor them in. Okay, let's exhale and tip to the right side. So I love this hold, yogis, because watch what we can do with our chest. You can swivel open. This hold will help you pull open. So I'm going to bend my right elbow and really rise skywards with my collarbones, heart space, throat, breath, and eye beats. I'm envisioning those lights above or that really warm sunshine outside today. Come on back to the center. Release the right arm and land left to right knee. Right arm rises. All right, let's go for it. Just a gentle side bend feels totally awesome as well. But if you want, you can move into that huge opening. Bending left elbow, pulling yourself around. Eye gaze softening to the sky. Eyebrows are relaxed. Try to take at least one more really big breath in. If your neck bothers you when you look up like that, yogis, listen to your body. It's always a better teacher than I'll be. Chin can tuck down towards your bottom shoulder. And as you exhale, release. Left hand lets go, reaches back. Right arm reaches back. Chest rises. We'll step our feet flat this time. Allow your knees to take a little tick-tock side to side. Your feet are wide, so you're not hitting your knees into the opposite leg. And whichever side feels the easiest for your body to round the corner, let's do just that. We'll take a little tabletop again. Once our hands get down, we'll lift our knees and walk our hands back towards our toes. So you're in this really rejuvenating crouch. Thighs are pressing into calves, ironing out any wrinkles in the calves. And then we'll take a lift of our hips, forward fold. And a slow stroll skywards, yogis, taking a beautiful inhalation, setting yourself up for success today with a calm, easy, graceful demeanor. Body feeling a little looser, hoping that translates to a looser mind as well. A little less stress in our body always gives me a better mood. Bring your hands down through heart center. And as you find that beautiful posture, those lines of energy through your body today, take a bow to your incredible practice, chin to chest. In gratitude, we thank our amazing bodies for the opportunity to move today. I thank you, yogis, for helping us all stay motivated and accountable to practice with one another. My light absolutely treasures yours. Thank you, my friends, and namaste.